Hello to my fellow history lovers and people that think if I learn something new, it'll be a great day. So I have two questions for you today. This is the American Revolutionary War Trivia Quiz Book from the Military Trivia Series, and let's see how we do. I have the advantage because the answers are right here. All right, number one, it says, sorry, there we go. In July 1777, American forces were forced to abandon Fort Ticonderoga after the British placed artillery on what overlooking peak? Was it A, Mount Washington, B, Mount Independence, or C, Mount Defiance? And Ticonderoga, remember, was a fort that the Americans got early in the war. It was kind of a big deal, and then basically, so it had been British, then it went to the rebels, now it's going to go back to the British. And how did they do that? It said American commanders believed that Mount Defiance was too steep for cannon transport. Like there was no way you could get cannons up there, so they weren't too worried about it. General Burgoyne's engineers proved them wrong by hoisting guns to the very summit. Once the British artillery commanded the high ground looking down into the fort, General Arthur St. Clair, so the Continental Army, had no choice but to order an immediate retreat. We often tell the stories of where the rebels did amazing things, but the British did some pretty amazing things in this war as well. All right, number two. In August 1777, General John Stark led New Hampshire militia to a decisive victory over Hessian dragoons at what battle? Was it A, the Battle of Hubbardton, B, the Battle of White Plains, or C, the Battle of Bennington? You said, I think I might have remembered that because I read some of the trilogy about the Battle of Saratoga, the Keck Westgard middle grade trilogy about the Battle of Saratoga that refers to the Battle of Bennington because it's actually really important. The Battle of Bennington affects the outcome of the Battle of Saratoga. All right, here's the answer. It is the Battle of Bennington. I think I just said that. It's the Battle of Bennington. So Burgoyne had sent a detachment of German mercenaries to seize horses and supplies from a town of Bennington. And what it was is, at this point, this is before the Battle of Saratoga, Burgoyne's really low on supplies, and he hears there's a lot of stuff in this place called Bennington, so he sends a pretty big detachment, mostly of German Hessians, to go get it, and that's when Stark gets word of this, comes and pretty much defeats them. It says, Stark's militia, so the Continental militia, surround and captured nearly the entire force. The defeat deprived Burgoyne of 1,000 men and essential supplies, contributing directly to his failure at Saratoga. Thank you for letting me share. Always, I will see you tomorrow.